and 8th to Long from Braintree. All right, the final heat, Michelle Yo of Acton Boxborough in lane 1. Claire Hadelman of Needham in lane 2. Sarah McEachern of Newton North in lane 3. Jane Vogelzang of Lexington is the favorite in lane 4. Allison Murtaugh of Andover in lane 5. Madison Ford of Acton Boxborough lane 6. Cara McCurdy of Framingham in lane 7. And Nicole Rudis of Andover in lane 8. The state record is 149.21. The meet record is 150.57. Safe to say that will not be touched today because Vogelzang, the top seed, her qualifying time was 156.46, almost 6 seconds. It's a fast pool, Nicole, not that fast.
It is and you're comparing these records to Connie Brown, who's an iconic Massachusetts swimmer, and Dagny Kutzen, who also went on to swim in the Olympics. So I think if any of these girls are touching that 140 mark now, they have a big, long swimming history ahead of them.
Hey, have you noticed it? It's warm in here.
It is. That's why the coaches all look so young on deck.
Between camera location issues and a camera that was shutting down and the heat, I mean, I looked like I took a shower.
You look like you did back in college.
Stress will do that to you, you know. Very close. Lane 4, Vogelzang, the favorite, and Ford in lane 6. It will be Vogelzang touching the wall, 31 hundredths of a second ahead of Ford. And Vogelzang looks like she's pulling away, 25 yards to go.
She is digging really hard to get into that wall. No breath into the wall. That was a great swim.
Vogelzang, 154.89. Ford finishes second, 156.46. Fourth to Murtaugh in lane 5 from Andover. Her time, 157.93. Fifth to Yo up in lane 1 from Acton Boxborough, 202.3. Sixth will go to Rudis from Andover, down in lane 8, 202.76. McCurdy in lane 7 from Framingham, 203.13. And in 8th, Hadelman from Needham, up in lane 2, 203.31. So the winning time, 154.89. She trims a second and a half off of her time.
It's going to be fun to watch how the coaches put their athletes in certain events, because if you're looking at the meet from sectionals, Maddie Byron got third place with a 156.52. So interested to see what she swims today. She's obviously going to look for the sprint events, but seeing how the coaches balance the meet, which meet they kind of place more emphasis on. I know Acton Boxborough, the girls many of them were unshaved, untapered, those of them that were coming here because they're looking to win this meet versus other teams that were looking to win the sectionals meet, their conference championships. That's the fun part of this, watching how the teams work their way around the meet structure to score the highest amount of points for their team.
Norgill from Andover in lane 8. Heat 3 of 3, Erin Claflin of Newton North in lane 1, Rachel Landry of Andover in lane 2, Taryn Wade of Lexington lane 3, Jane Vogelzang of Lexington lane 4, Ford, Madison Ford lane 5 from Acton Boxborough, Haley Nolan lane 6 from Lowell, Emily Despres of Needham in lane 7, Devon Tice of Framingham lane 8. The state record 50.27, meet record 52.8, national record 48.15. Meet record could be in jeopardy if they can. Maybe not. In the 100 second, laps 3 and 4, normally not as quick as the first two.
Yeah, I mean, 52.8 is going to be a very tough match.
Boy, this is a close one. It will go to Vogelzang, 53.80 from Lexington. Finishing second was Ford from Acton Boxborough, 53.85. Third to Waite from Lexington, 53.87. Fourth to Despres in lane 7 from Needham. Fifth to Claflin from Newton North in lane 1. Sixth to Nolan in lane 6 from Lowell. Seventh to Landry in lane 2 from Andover. And eighth to Tice in lane 8 from Framingham.
So Vogelzang was exactly 1 second off the meet record. And I think only swimmers and coaches and parents of kids that are that close do you realize how big of a span of time 1 second can actually be.
We'll go to New Bedford at 153.61. Sixth will go to Braintree, 153.96. Seventh will go to Lowell, 154.2. And eighth to Billerica, 155.63. I'm on a roll now. Don't stop me.
What was that, Micro Machines guy?
I need more coffee. More coffee. Haverhill is up in lane 1, Needham lane 2, Lexington lane 3. The favorite is Acton Boxborough lane 4, Newton North is in lane 5, Andover lane 6, Chelmsford 7, and Brookline in lane 8. They are at the bottom of your screen. National record was set in 2012, a time of 131.18. State record 135.64 from Weston in 2012, and Bishop Feehan the meet record 140.95. So my alma mater, Bishop Feehan, with a few records.
They have been certainly a dominant force in swimming for quite some time.
Nothing to do with me, of course, but my alma mater's doing well.
Relay transitions so far have been very fast and very clean. There is one way to, most common way to DQ in freestyle. It has to do with the start or just blatantly missing a turn. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to DQ in freestyle. However, if the swimmer leaves earlier than the fingertips of the swimmer touching when the toes of the next swimmer.
I'm sorry.
What?
Acton Boxborough, 50.57. Yeah, and really, can the swimmer on the block actually see the touch, or they just...
No, and you really don't want them to, unless there is a meet that it comes down to where as long as you don't need to DQ, you don't need to win, you just need to get, second or third, and it's easy, and the points matter. But when you're in a situation like this where it's so close, you want the fastest starts possible.
So it's almost like a quarterback and a receiver timing.
It is.
Okay, well, I pretty much know when you are here, I'm going to take off.
Most of the times when there is a disqualification, it is the swimmer in the water's fault. Either they did not finish consistently like they had practiced, did something very different.
Pink highlighter suit in lane 4, Acton Boxborough, 140.2. Newton North second, 141.59. Third will go to Lexington at 141.86. Third will go to, well, I said Lexington, 141.86. Fourth, I meant to say, will go to Andover, 143.4. Fifth will go to Chelmsford, 144.15. Sixth will go to Needham at 145.96. Seventh will go to Brookline at 146.47. And eighth will go to Haverhill at 147.08. And Billerica at 357.64. This is the final heat of the final event. Lowell High School, top of your screen in lane 1. Needham is in lane 2. Framingham lane 3. Newton North, the favorite, at 340.55 in lane 4. Acton Boxborough in lane 5. Lexington lane 6. Andover lane 7. And Chelmsford in lane 8. The combined team scores entering the diving finals and this event. Brockton is 17th with 11 points. Billerica 16th with 34 points. Braintree, 40 points, is 15th. Boston Latin is 14th with 41. Methuen is tied for 12th with Haverhill with 50 points. 10th is Durfee with 54. New Bedford 10th, 55. Brookline is 9th, 57.25. Lowell is 8th, 79 points. Chelmsford is 7th, 121. Lexington is 6th with 146. 5th to Needham at 150.5. Framingham is 4th at 158. Acton Boxborough is 3rd at 254. Newton North 2nd at 270. And Andover is 1st with 340 points. Lane 3, Framingham. Andover has clinched the state championship. So Andover will be the fall girls state champions. The battle is for second. Newton North and Acton Boxborough. Newton North right now trails Acton Boxborough.
Newton North is just coming off that big sectional win, so those girls are very pumped up, and you know they've had so many swimmers in individual events. It's tough to say what they have left for these last 2 lengths. Lexington sneaking up now on Framingham. Framingham's going to have a really tough big last leg with Allison Lee closing it up. I'm sorry, Acton Boxborough. Lexington, all the yellow caps confuse me. Wow.
40 points for Andover if they come away with the victory here. And if that's the case, it would be very important for Newton North to finish at least second. Andover, the gold cap.
Acton Boxborough.
I'm sorry, Acton Boxborough.
I just did the same thing.
Colonials with the gold cap. Newton North is closing, though, in lane 4. You could be looking at a battle for the finalist trophy. Second place. Diving is complete.
Newton North, she is going for it. You can see the legs coming all out of the water. She is working on digging that all the way in. This is going to be a tough finish. Lexington coming right up behind them.
It will be
Acton Boxborough 3:38.04. Newton North, the big second place, 3:41.19. Third to Lexington at 3:41.82. Needham fourth at 3:44.25. Framingham fifth. Andover sixth. Chelmsford seventh. And Lowell finished eighth. So
here are the results of the 100-yard breaststroke.